it is weigh-in day, and I promise you this week we're going to talk about my weigh-in and stuff before we talk this mess, because I got busy last week and I started running off at the mouth, and y'all know what happened. Okay, so this week I am up 4.8, and we know that is typical. So we know I don't worry about it, and we know I saw the doctor who has, in case you didn't see my video, upped my diabetes medicine and my thyroid, and put me on a new medicine. And these things working together are supposed to help with my weight. And some of these other problems with the thyroid medicine, some of these other problems. I go back in 4 months. He said that's plenty of time for the medicine to get in my system and start working. So I started taking it whatever day I saw him. I started taking it the next day. I think I saw him too. No, I saw him Monday. I don't know. I don't know. This is Thursday, right? Yeah. So I don't expect it to. That is that same black truck. He's got tinted windows, so I can't see who drives it. Anyway, I don't expect it to work overnight, because y'all know I got a nickname for David. I call him Windows Maness. When he gets a medicine for something, he takes one pill. He says, "Mine ain't no better." So, hold on. Okay, I had to not make eye contact with somebody. I told y'all about that. Anyway, he takes one pill. "Look, this ain't working. It ain't worth a flip." I'm like, okay, one dose minus. So I am not gonna be that person. I'm gonna give it time to get in. I know y'all can hear that airplane. Oh, it is close, and it's so clear. It's beautiful. If I knew what, I tell you, it is so close and so clear. If I knew what symbol that meant, I could tell you what airline that was. It is that clear. It amazes me because the airport is on the other side of Charlotte, which we're right on the north side of Charlotte. But it amazes me how here they get so low, when to me it's a good half-hour drive to get there, just because it's on the other side of Charlotte. And how low they can go, even though to me they still got that far before they land, it blows my mind. Anyway, it was gorgeous, and my Cardinal was just here a while ago when I had to hold on. Where was I? Let me think. This is my thinking juice. My weight medicine. It's not going to work overnight, but I am, and y'all know I'm a pessimist, but I am holding out hope that I finally found a doctor who is going to help me and get to the bottom of this. And he told me, with the thyroid medicine, he says, if this one don't work, we got other brands to choose from. So if the new medicine he put me on, he says, if that don't work, we got other ones. So he is, I feel, committed to helping me. Now, the calories, this was interesting. Yesterday was a, what show? In the food department. I ate like I was going to the electric chair. I'm telling you. I tracked all the way up until it seemed like I fell asleep, and I woke up and ate something, and I was just too groggy to track it. But I was up into my weeklies. Well, let me back up. Silver truck. I eat like every time I turn around, I was eating something. I didn't eat like a big thing at one time. I just eat a whole lot of little stuff. I felt like I couldn't get full. But I still, even before I didn't track the last thing, I was into my weeklies, but not even far into them, which, well, you really can't count because I didn't hardly track the rest of the week. So, yeah, I probably. Yesterday was just a day. Well, the day before that, I tracked every bite that went in my mouth. 0-point foods in the whole 9 yards. And I never track zeros. Never. And when I build recipes, well, I did since they changed colors. If I was given points for all colors, I did. But before that, when it was just freestyle, I didn't even, like, if it was a chicken recipe, I didn't even put chicken in the recipe builder because it just was, to me, it was taking too much of my time when it wasn't going to count anyway. So I tracked everything, even measured, like I ate grapes. I even measured my grapes because I wanted an accurate calorie count because I'm doing both. And right now, I checked iTrack bites, which I've done before, and I'm going to go to that. But it was, I can't remember how much it was a year. But I don't have that money at the time, at this time, so I'm going to wait until I get that to pay for it and then do that. And until then, I'm just going to keep my Fitness Pal on my phone. It don't make sense. Just don't try to figure it out. The calories, okay. Tuesday, at that point I had 39 points. With my gain today, it gave me another point, so I'm up to 40. But there for the longest time I was at 42, so I have dropped from 42 points to 40 now. Well, Tuesday I was still at 39 points. I only used 28, and I ate good all day. You know, I ate when I was hungry. I ate decent foods, so I used 28 points, but I only ate 1,360 calories. So that's not enough food. When the thing says somebody my size can eat 2,000 calories a day and still lose a pound a week, 1,300 calories is not enough food. Do I have to eat 2,000? No, I'm saying, hold please. Another truck, black. 3 vehicles have gone since we've been sitting here. All 3 vehicles, trucks. What'd I tell you on my tag? Southern boys love their trucks. Southern girls do too. I was behind a girl in a Jeep when I went to get my medicine. I was like, go girl. I always wanted a Jeep, but I can't drive a stick. And who wants an automatic Jeep? That takes the bad out of it. So, where was I again? These trucks are getting me flittered in my mind. The calories. So, 1,300 calories, you can lose weight, but I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough. So you people that only get 23, you're bottomed out. You're, as low as they go. And I had some 0-point foods. All of it was not like point foods. There was just some 0-point, like grapes, an apple. That might have been about all. The rest of it was like just regular pointed food. If you're just eating your points, I don't think you're eating enough. I think if you're stopping it, this is just me. Don't take my advice and then go gain weight and say, whew, a bird just flew up on the corner of my porch. That kind of took me by surprise. Don't go and eat more food and gain weight and then come say that girl told me to eat food and I gain weight. No, this is my personal opinion that perhaps you're not eating enough. Yes, Weight Watchers is points, but it, just like that doctor said, and I've always known it, he didn't have to tell me that for me to already know. It boils down to calories. Do you think Weight Watchers got their points without calculating calories in it? No. Do they give you calories when you put in a specific food? They give you the calories in their app? they don't calculate recipes, but if you put in 3 ounces of chicken breast, it'll give you how many calories that is. Calories count. The world does not run on points. That is a Weight Watcher program to allow you to calculate how much you eat without counting calories, because a lot of people don't like to, and they find points easier. And the point system is easy. Once you learn a point for something, I think it sticks in your mind easier than calories. I think they're easier to keep track of. Hold on. Guess what it is? It's a truck. It's a work truck. What's that, 4 for 4? Yep. Love it. Here comes something. It's a car. What do you know? So, I say, everybody don't want a double track, but it might not hurt for a day or two just to see how many calories you're eating. Maybe you're not getting enough food. Maybe your body needs a little bit of, punch in the jaw. Shake it up a little bit. Give it a little something extra. Maybe you don't want to eat a bag of tater chips. Eat you an extra chicken breast. Or extra, you don't even have to be, it can be something with points. Maybe eat a piece of cheese. Get you a hunk of cheese and cut you off a little ounce cube. Eat you a cube of cheese and a cracker or two. Just something to maybe just give you a little bit more. It don't have to be junk food. It don't have to be fruit. I know a lot of people say they gain weight on fruit, which I don't really eat that much fruit, so I don't know. I ate that apple and them grapes because they was going bad. See, I buy them with all these expectations to really just, eat my fruits and vegetables, but it don't happen. Good morning. Hey, y'all. Out here before it gets hot. That's my sweet people. You'll see them go by in the glass here in a minute. Now, I think I talked way too much about food and stuff. Now we're going to talk about Uncle Eddie. I told y'all a while back, one day we talk about Uncle Eddie, and since he has moved 100% gone, he can't sit over there and listen to me. Okay, in case you are new to my channel, there is a house directly on the corner from me. It used to be my great aunt's house. That is all family land, all back in through there. And the only family that still owns it is my cousin at the bottom of the hill, the one I wave to when she comes by and I say it's my cousin. She's the only family member of all that land that still owns it. The rest, everybody else is dead. That's terrible, but they are. And none of it stayed in the family. Well, it is an old house, because it was old when she had it. Back in the 70s, it was already old. Well, it has been run down. And when I say run down, honey, dilapidated. The man who owns it now, I don't even know how he can look himself in the mirror charging rent for that place. It's a dump. Okay, well, Uncle Eddie comes in. He makes it a landfill. There is so much in his yard. It is disgusting. Why the city has not made him clean it up, I do not know. At one time, he had like 5 vehicles back in that yard. Okay, I'm coming on here to do something I don't think I've ever done. And you notice my Raggedy Ann doll back there? I found it at Wanda's. $5, and it's homemade, and it's old, and I fell in love with her. It just reminded me of one my great aunt made me that I don't have anymore. Anyway, she was photobombing. I thought I'd mention her. I'm sitting here editing my way in, and we're talking about Uncle Eddie, obviously, because you're watching it. It reminded me of the time I went out to go somewhere. I look over there, and Home Slice is legit sitting in his backyard with a blowtorch taking the bed off of the pickup truck. I can't make this stuff up. He was taking the bed off with a blowtorch. I don't know if he was trying to make a spare bedroom. I don't know what he was trying to do. But it just crossed my mind and I had to tell you. Okay, back to our regular scheduled program. Well, he moved all but, I think there's still 2 of them over there. Now, he's gone. All the trash in his yard, I wish I could sneak over and take a video if y'all seen all that mess. It looks like a landfill. It looks like a scrap yard. That's what it looks like. Hold on. And he's left electricity on. The light in the front bedroom and the porch light are still on. But he ain't gonna pay the bill. So what's it to him? He got sense enough to cut it off before he leaves. Well, anyway, I'd tell you how they act. When they first moved in a few years ago, there was another girl with them. She had blue hair. Well, oh my gosh, that was more than a few years ago, because my daughter's boyfriend was living with us. Listen, everybody didn't have nowhere to go. I took everybody in. We had 7 people in this house. Yes. Well, this girl, he had went out to his truck or something, and this girl come across the road. See, he's on the corner, I'm on the corner, and so she come across the road over here, talking to him. They're hollering like, don't talk to my man. Okay, well, she didn't last long. She got gone. So I don't know if there was a situation. I personally don't think having an extra person of the opposite sex in with your household is always a good idea if they're not, in a relationship with one of those people. I've heard all the stories, Anyway, she was not the problem. She was just a big flirt and she left. Well, him and her don't even know their name. Never wanted to. Don't know the first names, don't know their last names. I was out here one day, and that's when we had the stoop. I told you this little part. This was my first encounter with them. I was sitting over here. I had a chair pulled up, and I was repotting some plants on the stoop. I hear this screaming, and when I tell you sound echoes, another truck. When I tell you sound echoes through here, that's why I talk like I talk, because anybody on this corner walks out, you can hear every word they say. It would not surprise me if this old goat beside me didn't have one of them sound things where he's listening through the window and everything I say. And if you're listening, you can kiss my foot. Anyway, he's over there screaming to the top of his lungs, calling her names, hitting stuff, because I could hear him banging it, and she is yelling a little bit, not a lot. So I don't know what, he's not going to beat the stuffings out of her, right? So I sat there and I listened to it long enough, and considering sound travels, I hollered over there. I said, if y'all don't stop, I'm calling the law. Well, he said, what'd you say? I said, if y'all don't stop that, I'm calling the law. He's told her, he said, did you hear what she said? What? She come walking down that driveway. She got a dirt driveway. She come walking down that driveway, hollering at me, calling me the B word, telling me to mind my you-know-what business, and on and on and on. And I yelled over there, I said, you don't worry about me. I don't care what he does to you. You won't never hear from me again. I told David from that day on, and as cruel and harsh as it sounds, he could beat her and leave her laying in the street. I ain't calling the law. She told me to butt out, so another truck, a different truck. She apparently liked what she was in, calling me names and telling me to butt out. She could have at it. enjoy yourself, hunty. Well, he come out one day with a ball bat, because I was sitting out here, come to the door, I saw him with my own eyes. I cannot even remember if I was already outside or what. There's a big old pecan tree in the front yard. He come out with a ball bat, just beating the pecan tree with a ball bat. Ask me what he was accomplishing, unless he was getting frustrations and anger out. He was a very angry man. And let me just tell you, you remember how Uncle Eddie looked? Y'all remember how he looked. Uncle Eddie, in case y'all don't know, Uncle Eddie is in Christmas Vacation movie. He's the one that come up in the old RV, and he's out there smoking a cigar with the hat on and his drawers on, looking all nasty. That's how he was nasty. He had long hair, which I like long hair on a man, but when they wash it and comb it, he never looked like he ever washed that hair. I'm telling you, it was great. David said he seen him up at the corner store one day. He said, honey, you ain't never in your life seen how that boy come out in public. Ooh. He would walk around, no shirt on, old baggy jeans. I hate to talk about somebody, but he was rough. He was a rough guy, and he had serious anger issues. So one day I'm sitting here and I hear this vehicle. It just kept revving. Well, I come to the door and I look, and that idiot is in his vehicle, and it had rained and it was muddy. I told you they have a dirt driveway, and it is right by their front yard. He was out there in his vehicle, running back and forth in that yard, just up and back and up and back and up and back. And he left the biggest pile of mud and divots in that yard you ever seen. And I'm like, dude, what are you accomplishing? So he did that. One day he's over there, and this is another day that I think the law should have intervened, but I wasn't going to call them another work truck. Don't y'all love it? He's over there, and it was time. Apparently she was, and I don't know how they pay their bills, because neither one of them worked. Most of the time they didn't even have a vehicle. They could not have worked because they didn't have any way to get there, and when they did have a vehicle, it would never leave. So I know they didn't work. Well, she apparently was going to school, and she didn't get registered or something, and he was cussing her for everything she was worth. And he was slamming stuff, and he was beating stuff, talking about she does this every single time, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm telling you, she would just sit there, and every now and then she'd say something back. Another time, he took off to walking across the road, and I had the porch already. This was a couple years ago. And when he seen me out here, he was on his cell phone. He started talking loud. Well, somebody around here called the police and about us doing something, blah, blah, blah. I hollered over him. I said, don't you worry about me. I ain't calling nobody on you. I ain't got nothing to do with you. He just kind of acknowledged me and kept on walking and talking. I'm like, I done told you I don't care. One day, there was a gunshot over there. I kid you not. It was right there, a gunshot. I did call the law that time and said, I think you might better go walk down that dirt road and see if you got a dead body. I said, because there was a gunshot from that house. I'll tell you right now, they never showed up because I watched. Right here and watched out my window. They never showed up. Go figure. Let's say rode by down this road, shined their light and didn't see nothing and kept going. Well, it wasn't him because he showed up. But that's just some of what I have lived with. It has just been on and on and on. So, needless to say, I am glad Uncle Eddie is history. And his, I don't know if she's his wife or girlfriend or whatever, but she left a few months before he did, and they ended up having a baby. She had a baby with him. Unbelievable. Well, her and that child, I hope they went to a better situation than what they were living in over here. I'm hoping she didn't leave and then he come with her. I'm hoping she left him with that child. So, anyway, that's my Uncle Eddie's stories. I'm sure there's plenty others, but those are the ones that just kind of stick out of my mind at the moment. All right. I hope y'all have a good weekend. I might be back with something. I got a little something I plan on doing. I don't know if I'll do it this weekend or not. I really got something I want to cook. A recipe I found, and I wrote it down, and I think I got it out of a magazine or one of my cookbooks. I'm bad about taking one down and forgetting to notate where it come from. It come out of something written because I wrote it down. If it was the internet, I would have just printed it. So, I don't know, I may do that, I may not. Listen, I am watching this beautiful cardinal, two of them over there in the bushes. Listen, that house is so grown up, you just about can't see it. It is just about disappeared. I told you before, if they let it go, it'll be one of them old abandoned ghost houses with electricity. Ghosts with electricity over in the corner. They say that land back in behind there where my great aunt and uncle lived was sold, and they're supposed to be developing it. That's just what we need. Another whole bunch of houses around here. My little neighborhood is growing up, and I don't like it. I don't like it. These houses they put out here, that woman sold all that land. Just nice woods. That's what I had to look at. As soon as they put my porch up, within days of them breaking ground on this porch, they broke ground on them woods. I was so upset because I was so excited to sit out here. Listen, I've seen deer come out of them woods, rabbits, possums, squirrels, raccoons, seen it all. Of course, birds everywhere, and now the houses. No wildlife except my personal squirrels and my personal birds, and that is from my personal tree, the tree that I told David he would never touch. I said, you take every tree in this yard, but you're not taking that one. That tree was just a baby when we moved here in 1971, when I was young. And I've showed it to you before. It's huge. It is massive. I love it. That's why I can sit out here in the shade. That's why I can, if that tree wasn't there, I couldn't sit out here and talk to y'all. All right, well, let me just shut up. Let me just zip it. Love y'all. Talk to you later.